Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be about how you can thrive in your difficulty, how you can make use of your dark times, the darkest times in your life, and why you should actually be grateful and happy about your failures in life. So we're going to be discussing about what failure really means. You know, you've been told since you were a kid, don't be a failure, always have the perfect score, always perform at your highest, always do the right thing, like you're some sort of an alien that knows no human nature. So we're going to be discussing about what this has done to you and why you are fearing failure so much, why you being so afraid to make a mistake is now ruining your life. So I'm going to be discussing about this, and I have 5 amazing points, tips, ideas of how, if you change your idea of failure, then you change your life for the better. Because your fear of failure is actually leading you to fear of life, and then everything becomes a threat. Every person, every thing that you experience becomes some sort of a threat that you need to defend yourself against. So I'll be discussing about this, but before we start, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you are interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. So the first thing that you have to realize is that your failure is yet another door opened before you reach to that room where all your riches are housed. So what this means is when you do something and you don't succeed, that specific attempt did not get you where you want to be, it just means that now you are one step closer to your success. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful on your second, third, fourth, fifth attempt, because what it is showing you is that what you did up to this point can only take you this far. And you should refrain from fighting that. You should refrain from being disappointed, because it's only an indication that you are actually taking the steps necessary to get to your destination. Because without those steps, it will be very difficult for you to get there, and it will also take you longer to get there. So the problem of looking at failures as setback is that you'll actually be blind to the fact that you're actually getting closer and closer. It will just keep you thinking that, oh my God, so I tried this many times and it didn't work out. So this means that I'm farther away from my success. I'll never be able to achieve the thing that I want because I keep on failing. But the secret is for you to realize that all these failures, all these unsuccessful attempts they're only getting you closer and closer, because you're now, just shedding, just lifting the layers or whatever, and you're now getting to that point where you want to be. Your dream, your goal, your target, the thing that you want to achieve is right there. You are now unlocking all the doors that were closed to you before as you go on, trying, failing, more attempts, and then boom, you're there. But you can only do this if you can create this awareness and also maintain that awareness, throughout your difficulties and your challenge. Because if you somehow decide that, all these failures are just an indication of my eternal failure, then it's going to be difficult for you to get out of that emotional state. And that's why a lot of people quit. And you don't want to quit because you have this wrong assumption or this wrong idea of what failure really means, of what unsuccessful attempts really mean. And you have to get your emotions out of your thinking, because emotions are the main reason that people quit. They give up and then they settle for whatever. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be the person that is with so much potential, and you know it deep down, you know that if you can if you can overcome your emotions, if you can actually let go of the expectations of both yourself and others, that you can make it. But it's hard, and the way to do it is for you to continuously remind yourself that your emotions should not be the deciding factor for your actions. Your next move doesn't have to come from you feeling a certain way, because sometimes we're going to have to do things even though we don't feel like it. We have to rise above our emotions so we can be successful in life, achieve the things that we want. But if you are a slave to your emotions, be sure that you're going to be stuck where you are right now forever. All right, so the second point is failure is a giant indication of progress. That is only if you don't quit though, because if you quit, you'll have a completely different story to tell. And you will be telling a story of how you failed, how everything failed you, how everyone failed you, and how your poor soul, you are this victim that couldn't achieve, a person who couldn't achieve what they wanted. And you'll be telling this for decades to come. And you definitely don't want to be that person. So, like I said earlier, all your failures are found on your path to success. So when you try something and you fail, it's only showing you that you are making progress. So it's actually a good thing. If you can somehow manage your emotional attachment to your failures, then you'll be able to, just see things clearly and say to yourself that, I am making some sort of a progress, and if I keep going, if I keep at it, then I'll definitely get to the point where I want. But in order to bring this kind of strong mindset, you will have to keep this or maintain this idea of your failure being an integral part of your success. A lot of people don't realize that success is preceded by so many failures, so many challenges, so many difficulties, so many setbacks, that only see a successful person. They only see the successful corporation, the business, the fame, and they fail to see what happened before, what was on the background, what did that person or those people have to do, what did they have to go through, and how did they manage to not give up and not quit before they became this success. All right, so point number 3 is that failure provides you with life lessons that are essential for maintaining your success. So before you were this strong, that is mentally strong person that is not affected by every little setback, every little difficulty, you were this innocent person who thought that failure was something to avoid. Failure was a sin, that now people should just cast you away because you didn't measure up to their expectations. You thought that, whenever you attempted something or you embark on a new journey, that things would just be smooth for you if you were good enough. But that changed as you get older, as you become more experienced, and your abilities to understand life become better and better as you go on in time. So what failure will do for you, what your different failures or your different setbacks will teach you, is that things will happen at the perfect time for you. There is always divine timing for you. You will understand it sooner or later. You will understand it whether you have been fighting it for a long time and you want to keep doing that if you don't realize that you're on the wrong path, or you will have to experience something devastating and you will be forced to realize that there can only be divine timing. So you should stop pushing, you should stop trying to control everything, you should stop scheduling your successes. You can plan for it, you can do your research, you can be excited about something, you can work towards it, you can set a time, but you have to understand that they can only happen at the right time. Not the time that you set, but at the right time. and you should be able to work through that without damaging your self-esteem or, being led to give up or quit. Because a major reason for people to give up on something that they were pursuing is that they're not learning their lessons. They're always doing the same things again and again. They're not refining their plans. They're not refining the way they look at their work or at what they're doing. They're always just doing the same things and expecting different results. And as we know, that is called insanity. So don't be insane. Learn your lessons and go with the flow. All right, so point number 4 is that failure holds the secret to an all-rounded success in life. So, like I mentioned on the previous point, as long as you learn your lessons from your unsuccessful attempts, you are going to be experiencing more good in your life. Only more good can come to you by really learning the lessons and improving upon the shortcomings, the weaknesses, and the things that you were doing before without damaging your self-worth, without saying that, I'm a failure or I cannot do things right the first time. Avoid saying these things to yourself. Avoid from hurting yourself with these words and thoughts. So if you can do this, failure will provide you with a life of success in every area of your life. Because if you can refrain from these negative words and thoughts, you will see that failure is a humbling experience that is going to add value to your life. And this is with every area of your life. Because with the proper use of failure, every area of your life is going to be made better, because you'll be able to crush your ego and your relationships will be better. You'll be able to just get rid of your anxiety and nervousness over time. So your career is going to be better, or your progress in life is going to be on the right path. And so many other areas of your life will be positively affected if you are going to understand the lessons and really take the lessons and apply them to your life, apply the lessons to your life. All right, so last but not least is point number 5, and that is when you finally overcome failure, that will be the best self-esteem builder that you've ever known. This is because when you do something, when you attempt something and it's difficult and you've had to do it so many times, you've had to spend so much of your time and your energy, and you didn't give up, even though you had so many difficulties, even though you had so many problems, all the emotional turmoil that you had to go through, all the, self-doubt that you had to go through. And in the end, if you persist long enough, you will definitely get there. And in the end, you are going to feel like you are the king or the queen of the universe. Because when you do something and you doubt it at first, and everybody else also shows their doubt somehow, and you see no way for you to get there, you are like full of doubt. But then you overcome this and you become a success against all odds. It is the best thing that could happen for your self-esteem and your confidence, because you will by then realize that the only thing that was keeping you from getting there was these wrong thoughts and ideas and beliefs in your head, and you overcame all and you get there. And that is the best thing that you can do for you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish for you so many failures which will lead to your success. And I hope by now that you've realized whatever it is that you're going through, if you don't give up, it's only leading you to your success in life. So don't give up. See you next time.